Nobunaga is delusional masters asking for his implementation with the source of his magical energy. TLDR, the only reason we have Nobukatsu as a servant is because people kept asking him to be out of NPC jail. Rio offers such insight sometimes, but that one actually makes so much sense. Anyway, I want today to be Nobukatsu and Demon Maou Nobu. Demon King Nobunaga, Maou Nobu. The reason being, these two came out, like I made videos of them last year, and just want them more updated, especially with Maou Nobu literally about to get her buff. More likely than not tomorrow. Like if I had to guess, it'd be tomorrow or sometime in the next 2 days. And yeah, we really can't talk about Nobunaga without talking about Nobukatsu, because Katsu gives the Nobus, like all of the Nobus, everything they could want. And that's not hyperbole. He literally enables, you know, like the mindset like year one design had, where it was like, this character does not have a skill because you're supposed to use a certain character with them. Like Gilgamesh doesn't have crit damage because Merlin was supposed to give it to him, or Merlin could give it to him, or like some other support could give him what he didn't have. That's Nobukatsu. Literally any issue that you have with a Nobunaga unit, if you bring Nobukatsu, usually they'll be fixed. And the benefit of this is he is a 1-star. His cost is ridiculously low. Meaning, like, the cost of using him with a K-scope is literally the same as using a 5-star. Just a 5-star, not even including the CE. Actually, it's less. Yeah, no, it's less. So you're able to get him up even a little bit higher. You can save a whole lot of cost for your party, because you do want his MP. His MP is one you definitely do want. So, Nobukatsu, he came out in the most recent Guda Guda rerun, Guda Guda 5 on NA. If you're on JP, it's been a while since Nobukatsu came out, and you might not even have coins. This is a unit that easily could be an esports unit. He has really good skills that actually do help with being an esport unit, to the point I actually have like 2 others in my second archive that I have not touched because I'm not sure what I want to do with them. The same goes for Nightingale. Like Nightingale Christmas, I do have another copy that has not been leveled, specifically just in case I want to do something. We really don't care about this stuff. It's more the HP. For esports, you want your HP to be as low as possible. Here's the thing. Nobukatsu at 3rd Ascension gets a taunt. And he's a 1-star. So there's only so much HP you really could have. So like having him at like level 20 of 30 or something isn't as big a deal as doing it for like a 4-star, because like this is low HP. Like, come on, you're not gonna get much out of this, and you really could keep him 40 out of 50 and he'd still have lower HP than like most 4-stars at that. I would not worry up here, and you're also not going to be trying to do any damage besides like jetting stars maybe. The Goat Paco drew him. Infamous for all the Guda Guda servants, or not all of them, but a good portion of them. Like all the Nobus, Ryoma, and then all the Indian servants. A lot of the Indian servants too. Paco is one of the goats. And like, and it shows that like he draws all the Nobunagas. It would make sense that he would design Nobukatsu. Star weight, Sergeant, normal archer numbers, MP charge at 0.75, actually really healthy. You really do want him to be able to get to his MP, because it is a good one. And technically it's possible to use it in setups, it's just not clean at all. try to put Nobukatsu into like Nobunaga farming, like you actually do need like a K scope to do it. You could do it. I'm not saying you can't, because it's just free damage. I really need this coffee. My throat's finally better. I'm not coughing nearly as much. Today might actually be a good day. And figures it's the last day of my vacation too. It counts. Everything is fine. Extra attack is whatever, but you should not be extra attacking with Nobukatsu. Like this, like, yes, this would be okay, but you should not be extra attacking with him unless you're trying to gen a whole lot of stars. That is the only case for that. Because if you're extra attacking with Nobukatsu, that means you're literally not using anyone else's cards. Are you really using a 1-star to do anything like meaningful on the battlefield? Or are you using your 5-star Nobunaga or your 4-star Nobunaga? That's all I'm saying. First skill, inflicts confusion, 30% chance to skill seal. This is a really low chance for a skill seal. We get so much more, like even the 30% is just low. Don't bank on this to actually happen. Why people keep him at like really low level is it's Buster Res down. Even if it's for one enemy, it's still Buster Res down. This is not something you commonly get in your farming at all. No maiden line support does res down. Scotty does defense down, but most of the main supports are doing buffs, not debuffs. Because a buff can be carried through multiple waves, debuffs only one enemy. But because debuffs aren't frequently used, they're usually like flat out damage increases. Usually like the amount they give is closer to what they'll actually do. Like if you have a 20% attack, your damage isn't going to go up by 20%. Buster Res down, you're going to get a lot closer because you don't have that many sources of Buster Res down. This being the first skill, very good for like esports. If you just need the Buster Res down, you could just keep him at level 1 and level this skill, and then he's going to die eventually. Second skill is the Nobbu buff. Now, every servant can benefit from this. 15 stars per turn and 20% crit damage for the party. But if you're a Nobunaga, and this, when it says Nobunaga allies, they mean like the Nobunaga, the servant. Allies of Nobukatsu that are Nobunaga. Ibaraki has the same shit with Shuten Doji. And specifically, that does not apply to Ibuki. It is only Shuten. Oh, okay, good. But if the allies are Nobunaga, they get 80% more crit damage depending on how you level a skill. Dang, I thought the coughing was over. And then 3,000 star weight. For Maou Nobu, or Zerk Nobu, this is what they need. And remember, Nobukatsu came out before Vich. Nobukatsu was designed before Vich probably was like finalized for what her kit was going to be. So, do we still need this right now? Not really, but also remember that this is not just Buster card star weight. This is all their star weight. That's something Vich doesn't give to either Zerk or Maou Nobu. Their Quicken Arts cards don't get any star weight. Wait. I think Berserk Nobu has star weight on her. I think that's her third skill. Okay, but it's only for one turn. And it's the exact same star weight too. Nobukatsu brings consistency to the Nobunagas. Something they greatly lack. Because Maou Nobu hits like a truck, but she is not consistent face cards whatsoever. They are not consistent. And then third skill. Taunt for one turn increases MP gen when taking attacks for 1 turn, and if he dies, he does not have to die this turn. This is 5 turns. If he dies, the party will heal 3,000. This part is unstackable, but it is on a very short cooldown. Like when I see this skill, it's like, yes, they want him to get hit, but they don't want him to die from getting hit. Not immediately. You want to get the AMP. The problem is that he's a 3-star and that he very might well die from the beginning, like off the rip. He might die just from this. He might need like a little tiny bit of support just so he can stay alive. But he does not have to die in battle. He just needs to survive and make it to the next turn if he's able to get to his MP from this. This MP gen really does help. Having this on the taunt is like Leonidas. I don't want to say Mash because Mash doesn't have it when she's hit. It's only on her cards, even though she has a stupid gain number. I think Leonidas is closer to it, where his MP gen goes up a lot when he gets hit. Passives: magic resist D, 12.5% debuff resist, and then crit damage 6%. Again, you're not going to be really critting with him. You shouldn't be. He's like there to buff Nobu, and that's it. If you were a goblin and friend pointed used up all your friend points on Nobukatsu, servant coins shouldn't be an issue for you. Before you start grail casting, make sure you fully unlock all your Nobukatsu and maybe keep enough coins to 120 him. I'm not saying to 120 him. I'm just saying like keep the coins just in case. Who knows? It's never a bad thing to just have enough coins for a unit. But the only thing you really care about is mana loading. Just get to his MP faster. His MP, if at MP5, charges everyone in the party except himself by 20%. It ups the buster performance of Nobu allies by 20% for 3 turns. And notice his overcharge is also buster res. So for Nobus, they have 30% buster up to 60. Then he kills himself. Yeah, he just straight up kills himself. So then you're shuffling the party too. So technically, I'm trying to think how you would actually use this in a setup, and like the buster res down like part makes it annoying for trying to carry it through. But like if you really like, this is so minimal, you might not even care about it. If all you care about is like adding this, like more star weight, like he's not someone you're gonna use in farming. He just isn't. Like we're talking, he gives 100% crit damage. When are you going to need 100% crit damage in farming unless it's like you're doing a multi-core, but you're saying fuck the multi-core and just having Nobunaga like face card one enemy or something. Trying to put him into farming teams is going to give you a headache. It just is. But in challenge quests, this shit is invaluable and makes Nobunaga like just pop the fuck off. You have so many good turns with Nobu when like this shit is active. He also does have a costume from the upcoming Chaldea Boys, where Arjuna Altar permanently becomes into the summoning pool. From now on, every single year for White Day, he will be on rate up. Very good for people that had to wait years to get him from his initial launch. Like me, even though I managed to get him off the GSSR. But somehow his ass is somehow he's still at bond level 0, so that's gotta change relatively soon. Because I do not want to use him with K-Scope. I really don't. There's no difference except damage. And I just don't want to deal with that damage. He is a 1-star, and his mats actually aren't atrocious. He does need the arrowheads. These are a problem for me right now. I think he's stuck here. But bullets, they were an issue, but now they're not. And I think we're gonna get a lotto for them like pretty soon. So if you got drained dry by like Koyanskaya, just hang on. We'll get more in the future. And the pens aren't that bad either. The chains are probably the worst part, but everything else is like doable at least. On CE, when he dies, he gives evasion to Nobunaga allies. 2 attacks 3 turns when he dies. This is a great bond CE. Sorry. It's a great bond CE. But that means you can't run it with K-Scope. So he'll have issues getting to his MP without dying. Yeah, he could really benefit from some kind of change. And it being a 100 CE doesn't help him like to stay alive. Because at that point, the issue will be, do you even care about the MP? And if you don't care about the MP, just run the CE. And especially for Maou Nobbu, sorry, let me just go back to this. For Zerk Nobbu, this isn't that good, but for Maou Nobbu that doesn't have a dodge, like, but they do have invul, like this is just gonna make it so Nobunaga does not take damage. They just get free refund because they just can't take damage. There'll be like one turn where like if they just focus fire Nobunaga, yeah, you might be able to do some damage, but not that. It'll be one hit. This video is really late. I didn't even know if I was gonna make a Nobunaga video. I probably should have, but all you had to do was friend point summon. All you had to do was log in. Like they literally gave out multiple like free temples every single day. If you didn't get one copy of Nobukatsu, that kind of is on you. Like if you weren't playing, I get it, but if you were playing the event and you didn't get a copy of him, you don't have any copies of him whatsoever, that's on you for not friend point summoning. They specifically incentivize you doing it. They gave you a free pull every day along with the free pull you already get. All right. I'm gonna stop here and then we're talking about Maou Nobbu after this. Peace. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed, drop a like or sub. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.